So the flat season is underway. The Lincoln is in the bag. Now we have to wait pretty much a month until the next big flat fixture, Easter weekend. This weekend, with the all-weather scene taking centre stage there. Handicaps galore at Musselburgh on Saturday. Then a very quiet weekend on the jumps next weekend. The Grand Nationals the weekend after that. So it's actually April the 20th until we get a good flat turf meeting. That is at Newbury on Greenham Day. Hopefully, I'll be there alongside that fella that sometimes comes on the channel called SD. But fear not, there is plenty of familiar names running at Maidan this Saturday for their World Cup meeting. Massive money up for grabs. Now, there won't be many fancies in this video. I don't really follow the international form, particularly from Japan and America, both of which have strong chances all over the card in the Dubai World Cup meeting, as you would expect. But firstly, it should be said that the carnival itself at Maidan has lost all sorts of luster over the years. I mean, it's now basically a Godolphin banquet every Friday afternoon between January and March. They do have that Super Saturday meeting, which is decent. And then obviously they have the World Cup night, which is fantastic. All the big names have turned up from all over the world. We're going to cover some of them in the next few minutes. I know next to nothing about dirt racing. That is the race over there that takes centre stage. The Dubai World Cup itself deserves a mention, of course. $12 million total prize fund, hot on the heels of the Saudi Cup that has usurped the World Cup itself as the most expensive, richest race in the world. The Saudi Cup in February, the Dubai World Cup in March. As I say, $12 million up for grabs. The centrepiece of the meeting. No British or Irish runners. No real surprises there, given it is a dirt race. But last year's winner, Ushaba Tesoro, is 11-4 favourite. No surprises there. And last month's Saudi Cup winner, Senor Buscador, is 8-1 to double up in the World Cup itself. And you should really go and check out the video of Kabir Khan. This is from his early days in Kazakhstan. Very, very different place to start his racing career. Do go and check it out on YouTube. It is worth watching. Kabir Khan's early years. I think it was his debut. Very different looking race course to Maidan. Let's put it that way. And for him to be even running this horse from Kazakhstan, to be even running in a 12 million race is remarkable. Let alone being second favourite at 9-2 to go and win the thing. The Dubai Turf is where the first interest comes, if you like, from a British and Irish point of view. This is over 9 furlongs, and this has been Lord North's race for the last number of years. He's actually won the last 3 renewals, won 2 of them outright, dead heated in another, and he's back for more as a now 8-year-old. Quite remarkable, really, that he keeps coming back, keeps really doing really well. Was beaten at Southwell at odds on in his warm-up race for this, but take pretty much no notice of that. He will be ripe and ready to go here with all that money on the line, and obviously he's been running very well in his career. Japanese star Deuce dropped in trip for this race. We've actually seen this horse in the Arc previously. That was in 2022. Normally races in and around a mile and a half. Now down to 9 furlongs for this. Deuce is the 3-1 favourite currently for the Dubai Turf. Wouldn't be my idea of the winner given that drop in trip. I think that is a question mark. Measured Time has been busy in the carnival races at Maidan this year. For Charlie Appleby, he's 4-1 second favourite. Lord North's in there at 7-1 currently. Nashwa, really interesting runner in the Dubai Turf, makes her return. She's a 3-time Group 1 winner against her own sex. We know what she's been up to. Ran in some open sex races last year, including the Irish Champion Stakes, including the Judmont International, with questionable rides on both occasions. I think this is going to be a different kettle of fish for Nashwa, of course. But this 9 furlong trip on the flat track with the long straight, pretty wide open track, I think this could be right down her alley, actually, Nashwa. And if she's fit and ready to go, she should be with the money on offer. 10-1, interesting runner there. And Luxembourg, one of my favourite horses in training, goes in this Dubai Turf, and probably one of the highest rated in the race. But he's a massive 16-1 down at 9 furlongs. I mean, yeah, he's probably once further in time. We're going to see him in races like the Prince of Wales's and maybe up to a mile and a half later in the season. So starting off over 9 furlong for Aidan O'Brien. A lot went wrong for Luxembourg when we last saw him in Saudi last month. Drawn wide, hustled to the front early on and obviously ran out of gas towards the end. He was even money favourite that day. He'll surely be fit and ready to go for this as a result of that Saudi run. That is the Dubai Turf. The Sheema Classic over a mile and a half. This is the chief support, if you like, to the World Cup itself. Headlined by Auguste Rodin, taking on Liberty Island, a massive fantastic international clash. August Rodin, obviously, last year, we know a lot about him. Won the Epsom Derby, won the Irish Champion, won the Breeders' Cup Turf. Fantastic. And the fact that August Rodin returns as a 4-year-old is great news, really. I mean, let's be honest, winning those 3 races like that last year, being by Deep Impact, out of a Galileo mare, it'd have been long odds on to be retired as a 3-year-old, particularly, like you say, after winning that Derby at Epsom, the stallion maker that it is, and those other 2 races, fantastic as well. But yet we get him back. We get him back as a 4-year-old, which is really very good news. I mean, he might not even actually be favourite for the Sheema Classic, really, because Liberty Island is in the opposite corner, currently tops the market at 9-4. August is around 3-1. This Japanese filly, Liberty Island, won the fillies Triple Crown in Japan last year, and the only horse to beat Liberty Island last year at all in the whole of 2023 was a horse called Equinox, who was officially the world's best rated horse in 2023. So Liberty Island, a massive contender for Japan, carries £5 less than August Rodin here as a result of being a filly and the weight for age at this time of year. Plus, in the Sheema Classic, you've got Emily Upjohn making a return. She's had 245 days off. A fantastic Coronation Cup winner last June, but her season did fall off following a King George blowout at Ascot for the 2nd year running, actually. This is a proper race, as they might say. 2024 could be a big year for Aidan O'Brien runners on the dirt. That's not normally a statement that I would be making, but he's got already his 2 most high-profile horses, arguably in training at the moment, are expected to try on the dirt at some point this year. They are City of Troy and the aforementioned Augusta Rodin. They've got the breeding to do it. This Justify cross, Justify was a Triple Crown winner over in America, a legend of the track over in America. He's got horses in training now with Aidan O'Brien, and they're looking to try on the dirt as well. So really interesting. Well, as an extension of that ongoing dirt experiment and ambition of the Coolmore team, it's the UAE Derby this Saturday at Meydan on the dirt. And O'Brien has got 2 runners in it, Henry Adams and Navy Seal. I've got no idea how they're going to get on. The Japanese have actually won the UAE Derby for the last 2 years running, but it is interesting nonetheless. So we'll be looking out for Henry Adams and Navy Seal, who certainly last year weren't at the top table of Coolmore and O'Brien juveniles, but they're starting the year off on the dirt over in the UAE Derby. So interesting runners there, one to keep an eye on. Race 2 on the card is probably the best betting race of the day, and the one that I'm going to be putting a bet up in, and that is Coltrane in the Dubai World Cup. I mean, this is a race that could be taking place at Newbury or York, given the runners and riders. 10 of the 16 runners are trained in the UK or Ireland, including the first 7 in the betting currently, and the betting looks wide open. Tower of London is your 4-1 favourite at the moment. He won the Saudi Cup he won on the Saudi Cup card last month in Saudi on the turf, staying on from a mile back, getting all the plaudits from Ryan Moore there. The Ryan Moore ride was getting all the plaudits. He's 4-1, but it is an open betting heat, this one at the moment. Trawlerman won the Long Distance Cup on Champions Day at Ascot in October. He's in this race as well. Eldar Eldarov is a dual St. Ledger winner in his own right. Enemy is in there as well with course and distance form from Meydan. So really good race, this one. This is the only bet of the video for me. It's on screen there, as you can see. Coltrane for the Dubai Gold Cup is 15-2. I would definitely back him each way. I mean, how he is available at that price, I don't know. I do think that is too big. I mean, long been one of the best stayers in the UK. He was under par on the last couple of starts last season on soft ground, but he had a long season. He won at Ascot. In the Sagaro Stakes, he was second in the Ascot Gold Cup. He won again at York in the Lonsdale. He's just probably the best stayer in the UK. I know Correge Mon Ami won the Ascot Gold Cup and Coltrane was second. Coltrane went off 11-4 that day in the Ascot Gold Cup last June, but that form was reversed at York, where Coltrane finished in front of Correge Mon Ami. That was right up there with the best form he's shown. He is getting on a bit now, Coltrane, but I think that's why he might be being underestimated in the market. I definitely think he's got the beating of Trawlerman and Eldar Eldarov. It's just a case whether Tower of London is a big player on the stay-in scene, and we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I know he won at Saudi, but like I say, from way off the pace, that race kind of fell in his lap a little bit. I'm not sure about the form of that. Coltrane is a very good horse, and he has proven it over and over again. There's £250,000 to the winner, so you can bet that all of them, including Coltrane, are going to be fit and ready to go. I do think 15-2 is a bit of an insult price to me, massive price in my opinion. Each way, that will be going on the Racers Now P&L, me versus SD for the whole of the flat season. And after week 1, yes, I am in front. So hopefully I can stay there. But yep, plenty of content coming up. We're already looking forward to the Guineas here on the channel. We'll be back on Thursday with the usual weekend preview. SD is taking himself to Musselburgh this week, so he'll have plenty of fancies there. I probably will not. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon here on Racers Now.